welcome to Close Up with Perri Nemiroff. This is the Noovie segment that brings you closer to the artists that create the movies that you know and love. And I am honored to call the very first close-up guest, Michael Chaves, the director of The Nun II. Hello, and I'm so happy to have you here.
Hello, Perri. Thanks so much for having me.
First guest on Close Up. High honors right there.
I know. I'm so excited. I'm such a fan, and it's so cool to be here.
So you are also going to be the very first person to experience the Close-Up Essentials. These are all questions that highlight the experience of movie-going. So first one on this list, what is the movie that you quote the most?
The Departed.
What is your favorite quote from The Departed?
What about the baby? It's the line that Matt Damon says to Vera right at the end of the movie, and I always say that to my wife.
Oh my God. I feel like that's a polar opposite of mine, which is Jurassic Park, and it's hold on to your butts.
Nice.
Hold on to your butts is something you could casually bring up in conversation anytime. I don't know if that one suits that as well, but
we bring it up in the most random moments. I think that's kind of, and the stranger the moment, the better. It's funny, the second one would have been The Happening, which is it's not even so much a quote, it's a moment from Mark Wahlberg when he says, "What? No." And I love that moment so much. I think I rewatched it so many times, and we used to quote it to each other.
That is a great example. I'm a big fan of that one. I've watched that movie more times than I care to admit right now. Second question here. What is your most unusual movie-going habit?
Oh, I'm super boring. I actually don't have any unusual habits. I mean, I love popcorn and a big drink. Actually, I love to sit just to the right of center because I guess the most peculiar thing is that, I'm left eye dominant. And so I have this theory that if I sit just a little to the right, that my left eye is more centered. And so I know it's very weird, but that's probably it.
I love how you preface that by saying I'm really boring, and then you give this very specific example. I'm just curious, how did you figure out you were left-eye dominant?
Anyone can. It's actually really easy. You just have to look at a spot and then basically frame it up with your fingers and then bring it closer to your head. We could figure out if you're left or right-eye dominant right now if you want.
I mean, I kind of want to do it.
Look at this.
I'm scared.
Frame this up
with
your fingers.
Frame it up like that?
Like this. Make a little box and then frame it up and then look at it. So you can see it clearly, the top of it.
Okay.
And slowly bring that to your face.
Slowly bring the triangle to my face.
Yes, slowly, and tighten it up. Tighten it up as you're going. Just keep it in there.
I'm left-eye dominant.
You're left-eye dominant. Welcome to the club.
I'm not going to stop thinking about this now. Third question. What is your most memorable movie-going experience?
I think maybe seeing The Dark Knight with my brother. It was such a, it's funny, each one of my family members, I've had a favorite movie, and seeing it with them has been really special. But I think that was just, it was an awesome night, and it was just an incredible movie. I mean, just a legendary movie, incredible movie-going experience, and yeah, I always remember that.
Do you get sensitive when your family members don't love the movies you love?
No, I'm used to it. I'm so used to it because I'll recommend a movie to my dad or my mom, and honestly, sometimes it's it's so polarizing. They just do not like the movie. I won't even name the movies, but it's there's some that I'm so passionate about that I try to get them to watch, and they were just not having it. So
I take it personally. I'm trying to calm down in that respect, but when I love something, I really love something, and I want everybody to love it.
Yeah, no, I know the feeling.
For what it's worth, I can confirm that my entire family, the whole Nemiroff clan, loves the Conjuring Verse.
Oh, nice. Awesome.
Every single segment of it.
Oh, awesome.
I'm not just saying that because you're sitting here. What is a piece of movie memorabilia that you own and cherish?
I don't collect much, but I kept the chalice from Conjuring 3. So the demonic chalice. I love the style of that, and I was like, that's going to be, I'm going to take that.
That is a rock-solid choice right
so
there.
So if anyone's looking for it, I have it.
What is something that is still on your directing bucket list?
I'd love to do an action movie. I love horror, but one day I'd love to do an action movie.
I want to be greedy about it and say you need to stay in the Conjuring verse forever and never leave, but I also want you to be able to do anything and everything you want.
Well, thank you.
That is a wrap on the very first edition of Close Up with Perri Nemiroff. Michael, thank you so much for being our very first guest.
Thank you, Perri. This was awesome.
And to everybody out there watching, of course, do not miss The Nun II in theaters on September 8th.